Welcome back, Warriors, to another Battlefield 2042 video. I'm your commanding officer, Major Doodleman149, and in today's briefing I'll be discussing the possibility of the brass removing all recruitment parameters for this operation, essentially making it free to play. While all of this is still speculation from our resident intelligence officer, Tom Henderson, this is still a structural change we'll need to prepare for as a unit. I personally have little hope this will do anything positive, but I will attempt to assess the situation and give you all possible scenarios, troops. Most of these will be negative, but I will do my best to stay objective. Let's take a look at this new free-to-play the brass at HQ is potentially looking at. First of all, where has this information even come from? We have an insider who regularly brings us news from inside HQ. His name is Tom Henderson, and you can see from his tweet that the brass isn't too happy about the performance of this most recent operation. Funds aren't coming in at the rate they'd like, and most people who enlisted have rightfully voiced their displeasure during this campaign. In response to this, the brass is hoping to recruit as many bodies as possible by waiving the recruitment fee for this operation. They haven't elaborated on the specifics of this, so, for the time being at least, none of this is confirmed, but it seems highly likely given that HQ only really cares about the money. Now, how might this affect the state of this operation? Well, it certainly has the potential to massively increase recruitment, but this will be at the cost of a huge morale decrease amongst those who have already paid their enlistment fees. DICE certainly won't be offering a refund to those who have already enlisted, meaning they expect us to take this on the chin and smile about it. Fuck them. If the brass keeps this up, I'm gonna see if there's some form of legal action that we, as enlisted men and women, can take to see a return of our hard-earned funds. Now, aside from pissing off literally everyone who has already enlisted and potentially increasing recruitment numbers, why else might the brass remove the enlistment cost? How will that increase the cash flow? One word: microtransactions. While DICE hasn't yet opened the barracks store for additional combat uniforms and weapon paint schemes, rest assured that they won't miss out on the opportunity to squeeze even more money from the troops. It's been found, reasonably so, that people who receive a free product are more likely to pay for small extras as there was no money lost up front. This would be the exact model DICE would take this operation into. Just look at Fortnite, Warzone, and Apex Legends. While they are all different from each other while sharing the same combat objective, to survive, they all lack enlistment fees but are flooded with other means to drain their soldiers of money. This will undoubtedly be the main goal should this operation waive its enlistment fees. Something I feel I need to address is that perhaps this leaked intel from HQ may not be regarding the entire operation. There is the distinct possibility that only a portion of this operation will be available without a fee. Perhaps DICE is looking to make the Portal combat simulations freely accessible to everyone. Another, better option would be revamping the Hazard Zone special operations and offering those up for free. That would help people looking to take a break from Tarkov to get a free, lesser version of the same combat equation. One way they could utilize this for increased cash flow would be to prevent weapons from being customized in Hazard Zone unless you unlock the attachments in All-Out Warfare, thus pushing Hazard Zone operations to enlist, fee and all, to gain better equipment to take into the zone. Honestly, anything short of this option would spell the end of future enlistment for DICE. This would very well kill this regiment, and that would be sad, but absolutely appropriate. The biggest question of all this free-to-enlist speculation is whether or not it will actually fix anything. Making something free doesn't exactly make it good or desirable. In fact, making something free after previously requesting funds to access it shows a decisive lack of confidence in a product or operation. That's something DICE would certainly be doing if they go the full free-to-enlist route. Another problem with this is that the 2042 operation has been less than stellar overall. Removing the enlistment fee will not fix the myriad of bugs or bare-bones combat we are offered in these Asian battlefields. If the operation isn't enjoyable, why would anyone enlist regardless, free or not? If the brass doesn't take some steps to seriously overhaul this operation, whether or not they go with the free-to-enlist model will be irrelevant as there won't be any soldiers on the field for either side. So that is all, Warriors. I've covered all we currently know of the free-to-enlist model DICE may be taking this operation in. In case you couldn't tell, I couldn't find a single situation where this decision would positively affect us soldiers on the front lines. All of us who are currently enlisted and paid the fees for it will see a marked morale decrease. Waiving the fee will show a lack of confidence from DICE and may keep people from enlisting, especially given that how the operation has been handled so far has been piss poor. The brass is looking at this model to save this operation. Little do they know, this could perhaps tank the entire thing and see battlefields devoid of flesh and blood human beings. If they go this route, they might as well be court-martialed and dishonorably discharged. We need to stand up to this practice. And so, if you felt your CO has done an adequate job today in this briefing, then please hit that thumbs up and subscribe button in the bottom right of your HUD to never miss out on more of my coverage of Battlefield 2042. And with that, I've been your CO, Major Doodleman149, and until our next briefing, you are all dismissed!